Hello, welcome to the Opinionistics. I'm your host, John Malone. In this episode, I've currently got co-host Eric Taylor, eventually Risk 11, and yeah, let's get into it. It's going to be one of
Oh,
those episodes back in the old days of Brazil.
yeah, pretty much. So how have you been, man?
Oh, life's going great.
All right, yeah, life's going great for me too. I just got back from church a couple of minutes ago, but yeah. So what's on?
That's nice.
What should we talk about?
Well, basically, just go from the top of our heads, really, because whatever comes into our heads, we just go with the flow. It's just snappy. I
Yeah,
think it makes sense.
it kind of made sense. Yeah, yeah, it kind of made sense. I can, but yeah, let's just go from the top of our heads. So, uh, people, I'm not gonna lie. You know Sneeko, right?
Yeah, no Sneeko.
I
Oh,
heard of
okay.
him.
Oh, what's up, Risk? How you doing, man?
Not bad.
Oh, well, pretty much. Okay, well, the long story short, pretty much people are making fun of Sneeko because, he apparently he let his girlfriend mess with some other guy like at a swinger party 3 years ago, and people are just not letting him live that down.
Uh, wow.
It happened 3 years ago before he became a man. So
We
Yeah,
all
no,
takes.
we all make mistakes.
yeah, pretty much. A lot of people
I,
are
I can't
just
lie. I'm really starting to get into Islam. Learning more about their religion. It's quite interesting, to be quite honest.
tell us what you've learned so far.
Just seems like interest. It seems like some of it. It seems like they're all about peace. It seems like they don't seem to like it. It's just interesting to me. Like it just seems more interesting than Christianity, if I'm being honest. It just
And
does.
well, either way.
It doesn't
I mean,
make a difference. So I think
either way, Christianity and Islam have similar beliefs. I mean, there's
yeah.
not really much.
They
There's
have
not really
some.
much.
I just think it's interesting the fact that lots of Christians, specifically Catholics, and that they've been converting to Islam over the years. Like it's
Well, okay. I can probably answer that question. The reason why, a lot of people convert from Islam to Christianity is because, well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've seen this around a lot of people, including celebrities, make fun of Christianity and make fun of Christianity, and people just don't like that.
yeah.
And yeah, but here's my perspective. Here, I'll be honest. I watched a video, and I have a whole new perspective. I have a whole new perspective of why
Religion.
they what religion and why they do make fun of Christianity. It's because it's a threat. It's a threat. So if people start taking it more serious, it would be a threat. So they try to discredit it in any way, shape, or form that they possibly can.
Yeah.
And yeah, and so far it's worked. So far it's unfortunately working. You think, I'll be honest. You think if the people at the top took, I'm not saying, I'm not trying to discredit any other religion. Obviously, all religions are beautiful, but it's
Yeah.
think about it. You really think if the people at the top would make fun of Christianity if it wasn't a threat to an extent.
Yeah.
I'm, yeah. Plus, that's kind of how I see it. But at the same time, I completely get why people would convert from Christianity to Islam. I mean, no one makes fun of it. It's a peaceful religion, and people die for that. People
I'm not
die
too
hard
active
for that
into it, but
religion.
I'm looking into it. Like some of it, a lot of it, I agree with. Quite frank, not a lot of it, but some of it, and most of it, I do agree with.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not gonna lie. So it's I don't really think we should make fun of any religion. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all trying to seek one thing, and that's peace.
True. Right.
So we might. So we all have a common ground. I
I
I
just
just don't- I
yeah.
just don't see it. I just don't see a reason why people should give up on a religion because it's being discredited in the media.
I don't,
then
I
bro, if
don't
you're
I wouldn't say giving up on it. I just feel like they I think they've seen a light, or they fancy changing. They found a different perspective.
And personally, like no. I would get if you wanted to convert because like you no longer believed in the religion anymore. But it's like people. I mean, some people actually don't give up. Some people actually just convert because it's like they it's being like made fun of in the media and like by celebrities
That's
in the media and all that stuff. That's solely why half some people convert.
I think I think some people, there's probably a majority of people that do it because of that. But I also think it could be just for personal beliefs. Maybe they've changed their over time when they've gotten older. They've changed their worldview. Like
Yeah, yeah, of course.
I'm not
And
the
it's
same
like
person I was like when I was like 18, 19. Way
there's
different.
there's probably more of a majority of people that convert because their beliefs changed and like they just found the religion good. But like there's probably only a small population of people who
Who actually
converted.
truly believe.
Yeah, like so sometimes you have to question. Sometimes you have to question, like if they truly believe or they just simply didn't want to be part of a religion that celebrities were slandering, and it's like, you know, I
That does
consider.
kind of seem a little bit beta male. The fact that they're ditching because of some celebrity.
Yeah, and it's like people make fun of it. Like you can't even say God on like certain like shows, or you can't even say God in certain places. Though that's the thing, or
Yeah.
Jesus. You can't say that on television.
Not even. I don't. Yeah.
And it's like bro, it's like you know.
I kind of do wonder. Like the media portrays like the Middle East as being like so like evil and all that, but and like the island. But no offense, I don't really see the fact that literally most of the Middle East countries, I don't think they were really violent in my opinion. They were peaceful, just living about their days, and then some other like Britain and America had to freaking go invade them.
Oh, and by the way, but like when this episode comes out, I'm just gonna make it clear. I'm not making fun of Islam. I'm not making fun of any religion.
No,
I'm
you,
just I,
you,
I'm just saying I'm just like saying what I think. Like people, I'm just saying why I think a small proportion of people convert to Islam. I know a majority of people convert to it because their beliefs change and like they simply like it. But yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I think Sneeko likes like Islam too. And I'm at this point I'm just saying like bro, just convert already. It's like I'm just saying bro, convert. It's like yo,
like I'm open. I want to learn more about it, and want to learn. I also want to learn about all religions. Different people's different points of view. Like you can't just be. I don't believe that you should have the thing with like learning from just one worldview. I think you need to broaden your horizons. You can learn from Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism, atheism, like Jesus. You can learn from like Christianity. You can learn from everything. And like if you look deep down, I'm pretty sure the Middle East is where like where basically where Christ was born in that. I'm pretty sure.
you see, I'm not gonna lie.
Wrong.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably not gonna learn about atheism, but I see it from both sides. I get why some people just simply don't believe because
I,
it's like, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you need to have faith.
I
And
used to
when
think when Suji died for a long time, but now I'm starting to think maybe that might be because of like all the signs in the world. I'm starting to think there maybe might be something.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You know what helps me you know what helps me confirm that like God is real sometimes. I don't doubt it, but like it just helps.
Like,
It just helps me confirm it. Like pretty much, I ask a question, and I ask a question, then I see if I get a response. Whether if it's like pretty much like look, if something certain is happening, like if the wind is blowing really fast, I say slow down the wind if I should do this and do that, or have the sun shine if I should do this or that, and it happens. Like one time, like on like I think last Saturday, I asked God if I should get a haircut today or should I wait. I said shine the sun for a second if I should just go back home, and the sun shined, and I was like okay, I'll wait, and I went back home. and I cut my hair Monday.
It's
What happened?
It's an interesting view.
Yeah.
I am debating about like how much is that into just chance, but I get it. I just wonder how much it's to chance.
Yeah, that's just simply my faith, and
I understand that.
yeah, it's like, and you know, I've also learned one thing: faith is not really a perfect knowledge.
Nothing's perfect.
Exactly. It's like the church in the church I go to. They told me that too. It's like, faith is not a perfect knowledge, because I was overthinking it a little. I was overthinking like certain things a little bit, or like, but at the end of the day, it's not. And also, yeah, each religion should get a. I think each religion should, like, be on the same side, because, like, we're fighting the same fight, we're fighting the same agenda, trying to keep like, this trying to keep a certain agenda outside of religion, because, bro, it's just not
I
like,
think like all religions come down to the same thing or something. At least with Islam, I think all of them, at least even with Judaism and with Christianity, there is some form of connection to Islam in some form.
yeah, that's
away.
true. I like
It's interesting.
I like how Islam. I'll be honest. The one thing I could criticize Christianity about is, like, in certain places, they're too tolerant. They're too tolerant.
No offense,
It's
but
like,
I do question the whole fact that you're literally you're intolerant. You're tolerant to everything.
Right. It's
you
like,
stand for nothing. If you stand for nothing, you stand for nothing.
Right. It's like you can't compromise for a little amount of people. It's like you can't.
I personally think it's wrong for a bishop to literally want to marry two males or a female. I do, and I do respect that guy for having his beliefs and saying I don't want to marry these people. And I respect he's allowed to have that opinion. He's allowed to have that right. I don't think he should be vilified for it.
True. Yeah, true.
That's same for like not having. I think there was this couple a couple of years ago that didn't want to allow a same-sex couple to basically rent a room for them or something like that, or an inn. And and I believe that's his right as well, in certain aspects.
It's like I think like, religion definitely does. I think religion takes us, like, to certain places, man. Like, it definitely does take us certain places. We know where religion takes us, so it's like, when you take that away, like, you just get degeneracy, in a way. I mean, if you're not religious, that's fine, but
I wouldn't say I'm religious. I'm open to exploring and learning about every religion.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about you.
No.
I was talking like generally
to the viewer. Okay.
Anyway, like, if you're not religious, that's fine. Just don't talk to me about it. Like, let's talk about something else.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not trying to hear why you don't think God is real. I get it. I have a cousin who's an atheist. I'm like, you know what? Okay.
I was for a while, but even then, I still think there's something out there now, especially with all the signs have been given. You had to be wrong not to see this is not something, especially with the Sam Smith shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie. Sam Smith, like, he needs to lose some weight. That's it.
That I still can't get over the fact he dressed up like Satan. I still can't get around that.
And good publicity in their eyes.
Well, I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly.
I still can't get over the fact that Rihanna was walking on an upside down cross for a stage.
That was the Super Bowl, wasn't it?
Yeah,
she was also pregnant as well.
Yeah, she was also pregnant.
Like, fuck me. Jesus.
And I'm pretty sure
she's surely working for that dime, isn't she?
It's like, bro, here's the thing. She doesn't care about okay, she probably cares about the fans, but at the end of the day, she was only there to spread an agenda. It is what it is, man. Like, her performance was a psyop. That's it. Nothing against Rihanna, but come on, Riri.
I definitely think that, even with all religion, I think in some aspects it promotes family values. Where it's family values, it promotes people for having kids.
What happened?
I do think Andrew Tate has had a good impact in the world in some aspects. I think he's made a lot of men want to be able to talk to women, or inspired them to become strong and want to have kids and have a family and take care of someone, take care of women and take care of their mom and parents. I think that's a good thing. That's what we need to strive for.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
like,
get
look,
how the
it's like,
freaking I don't get how the mainstream media thinks that's bad.
well, it's bad for their agenda.
Yeah,
They want men.
clearly.
They want men weaker, and they want men to like act like girls and women act like guys.
Clearly.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, that's not like biologically. That's not how we're supposed to be. Like, I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie. I support a girl working. Matter of fact, when I meet a girl the first time, I would hope she's working. Then eventually, if we take things to the next level, and I get her pregnant, I would want her to like relax at home
As much
with
as I
the,
would want, yeah, as much as I
with the
would love
kids.
for the woman to like, what she'll be able to do to live her life and take care of the kids, I understand that. It's kind of hypothetical to even do that nowadays with how much the fucking world costs.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I would tell her like, look, stay home. I'll work. I'll do this. Just keep the house clean. And like
Make sure
when the kids get older, you can choose to go back to work if you want. Maybe if you want to. I wouldn't stop her from it. I mean, like, if she felt secure, if she felt like extremely secure with me, okay, like, you don't have to work a day in your life. I'll do it until I retire. Then I like, get whatever benefits I get, whatever check I get. Right? I'm not gonna lie. It's like, I'll do that. And like, that's one of the things. And also, yeah, I like Andrew Tate because, like, bro, he inspired me
I
to do
don't agree
better.
with everything he says, but a good thing about with the family values, I do agree with.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I probably couldn't have like multiple wives. I'm not gonna lie. I would rather just have.
I think I would be okay with that. That's one of the things why I like about Islam. You can
I
have
mean,
multiple
you'd have
wives.
to have I think you'd have to have a certain amount of money in order to have multiple wives, though. I think according to Islam.
In this day and age, yes, I think you would.
No, because like you got to take care of all of them equally, and
Good
treat them equally. You can't have a favorite. I don't think. At least
That'd be hard. Come on, that'd be hard. You're gonna have your favorites.
You got it. Okay, fine. At least okay, fine. 2 or 3 wives. I think.
Now I've heard that, it's probably best if you just got one.
I'm not really sure how like Islam. I'm not really sure how like the multiple wives thing works in Islam, but
Neither am I, if I'm being honest. But
yeah, but I'm pretty sure you'd have to treat them all equally.
yeah, I think that would be a given. If I'm being honest.
It's like, yeah, I think it would be easier to have one wife. It's like, I'm like, bro, it's like, look, if I'm single, I don't mind having multiple girls, but ultimately I would choose the best one. And then we live our lives. Like, look, I would call one up, have serious dates with them and see if they're good if they're like good enough to be wifey material. And if they're not, shoot, as soon as I find my wife, they're all getting cut off.
Yeah.
I also have their contacts. I just won't call them. Simple as that.
Radio silence.
What happened?
Radio silence makes sense.
Exactly.
Anything you want to say, Jamie?
Well, just going off that, it all makes sense, really.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm pretty sure. I'm not really sure how. I don't remember the YouTuber's name, but I think he did something like this, where it's like he called up this girl and like he kind of vetted her, like then like they, long story short, they have a baby now. They have a baby, and like she was half Asian and half Mexican. I'm not sure.
Not bad.
Yeah, and like he was black, so I mean yeah, great mix.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I probably only want one wife. I can probably have multiple. I can have multiple girls, but I cannot have multiple wives. Too much work.
Yeah, I do think it would be too much effort having multiple wives. Now that I think one's
And
enough.
yeah, one thing. If I was president, one thing I would do is, like I think I'd just bring prayer back into schools. Because I'll be honest.
I'm also try to bring prayer, but I would definitely bring in in the classroom at least a couple hours a week, 1 hour a week or something like that, 30 to 40 minutes.
Actually, I would
like
I would create a new form of class. I would create a religion class. That's what I would create.
There is
They would
a-
study all the religions from like all the religions. Like meaning like, it's just not going to be one specific religion. If you like the religion, then go for it. I'm open.
what I think they should do is like literally. What I think they should do is like literally ask the kids: is there any particular religion that you'd be interested in learning about, and that, and just give them a small diagram of like a small description of what all these are about, and then literally have a class and ask them like, what one do you, hey class, what religion do you personally like? What one do you think is interesting? Which one would you like to learn about?
What if they said atheism?
We can learn about. We can talk about that. Everybody's allowed to their own opinion.
True, that's true. Yeah, we can also. Oh yeah, we can also talk about
We
atheism.
should force it on them. But I believe if we trick them into believing it's their choice, they can choose what they want.
I mean, yeah, I
I
think
think
we should.
that's easier way, probably the better way to teach them, because then they feel like they're learning something.
I mean, look, it's their choice regardless. We're not gonna force it on them. So if we have a religion class,
They get to choose which one they find interesting.
yeah, and if they don't like any of them, that's fine.
That's
That's
completely
fine.
fine.
That's good. That's on them. But that's fine.
Fine,
I'm not
completely
gonna
fine.
judge.
I also believe, I think there should be a class where we teach religion. I think there should also be like a weekly thing in like a weekly assembly in primary schools where, like where they talk about religion, talk about every religion,
You
not
know
just one
what,
religion.
bro? We're gonna bring the Pledge of Allegiance back into school too, because like, bro, no, like we need
Wait,
to like
what the
pledge
fuck?
allegiance. We need to pledge allegiance to our country. It's like, bro, no one is proud to be here anymore. And
It's like they're getting rid of them. Haven't they put a LGBTQ flag right next to the American flag in
yeah,
school or church?
yeah, yeah. And you know what? I mean, like, look, if it's in your house, okay, fine,
Go ahead, yes.
doesn't matter.
Please,
But like, bro, when it comes to like pledging allegiance to our country, like, bro, do it to the actual flag.
Yeah.
It's like I'd bring patriot. I would strongly try my best to bring patriotism back into this country because like no one is proud to be
I
here.
think every country needs patriotism.
Yeah,
The only ones that are doing patriotism is Russia and China, and maybe some of the Middle Eastern countries.
yeah. I mean, like there's only a handful of like people who are actually proud to be part of this country.
Like as much as people hate Russia, at least they're fucking patriotic about their own fucking country.
Right.
Same with Ukraine. At least I hate them as much as if you want, but at least they're patriotic about their own freaking country. At least they're going to die. They're fighting for it.
Right. Exactly. It's like I don't know, man. It's like I would do a lot. I would want to like.
I do question how much of what happened to most of the Nazis after World War II. As much as we would love to say they all disappeared. We know for a fact they didn't, because Operation Paperclip, a lot of them came into like very high positions in the freaking Russian space program and NASA.
Do you think there's still some Nazis who are, alive?
There's a shitload of them in Ukraine.
Oh wow, really?
Wouldn't be surprised if those people that are fighting Russia are Nazis. Would not be surprised.
They're actually in Ukraine. Like
I think that there's lots of things that rumor it. Lots of signs
I thought they were like
to it.
I thought they're like new generation Nazis for a minute.
They potentially could be, because like they could be descendants of those people from there. Lots of Nazis families, they moved to Ukraine and Europe, relocate to Europe and all that. Once to Ukraine, Europe, and some Russian countries, and basically after the war, World War II. Remember, there was a lot of civilians that basically were let free into the world. And some of these guys, they were able to get into a higher echelon of power in America and very high up places in Russia and Europe. Hence, why else do you think one of the world the guy that runs World Economic Forum's a German? You guys there?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, I was looking at Discord. Like
I don't know how much this is accurate, and this could be false information, but like it wouldn't surprise me if a bunch of people in that went to other countries.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. I'm not gonna lie. There's probably people. For all you know, secret. There could be people that have harbor some of those beliefs as your next door neighbor or your cousin. You don't know.
I'm not
And
gonna lie.
that's the funny thing about it. You don't know, and you never will know.
You know, here's the thing, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I really want. I've been really trying to like get into like my family history. Like I'm talking like deep roots. I want to know where I want to know where I come. I want to know where like relatives come from, and I want to know if like I have living relatives now. I'm actually gonna do that once I get enough money to like actually
So
pay
what you
for
gotta
it.
do? Hire like a private investigator.
No, I'm probably just gonna use like ancestry or like something else.
All right.
Yeah, because like I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually interested. Like ever since like my sister told me that there was some guy who looks like me and my dad. I'm like, yo, it's just been in my head
You
ever since. It's
guys,
like,
we're all connected to some. To we're all related technically.
yeah,
Go 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 way back. We're all related. People don't realize this, but you're technically when you fuck someone, you're fucking your cousin, basically.
you're
From
long, you're
long descended. But yeah,
even if they're white.
yes.
Sorry. Let me say,
Oversight.
sorry, Caucasian.
If you go deep down, if you go farther down the rabbit hole, or you go back to flicking like the guy, a king from like freaking Britain. I think it was Charlemagne or something. Yeah, Prince Charlemagne. A lot of people, if you're in Europe and you're a descendant basically of him. But yeah,
If you're in what?
if you're a descendant, if you're from Europe and if you're from UK or Europe, there's a high chance you're related to this guy called Charlemagne. This king, former king, Prince
I
Charlemagne.
think a lot of Europeans are related to Charlemagne.
Yeah.
Damn. Yo, imagine if I was related to a king.
You're probably
Cool.
related to a king somehow because, like, let's be honest with you. Like, most of these people, there's a lot of people like that. I've got so many links. Yeah,
Nah. Imagine if I was Abraham Lincoln's long distant cousin, man.
the thing is, though, you don't realize it, but a lot of the first Americans were British. We owned all the first colonies, so a lot of them people are probably British, so they'll trace back their roots to Britain. And then the rest of them, and there'll be even some people from Spain and the rest, France and Europe, they've got massive connections to us. Like, you'd be surprised how many people are related. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else do you guys want to dive into?
What else is there to dive into? Let's check Twitter.
Oh yeah. He sent the link to his podcast.
Oh,
he did.
Cyber Kitty.
Well, he goes by Cyber Soda, but yeah, he did.
Oh, Cyber Soda. Like, I'll be honest, I think he should just use his real name or come up with another nickname.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, for instance, my nickname would be EIT. You know what EIT stands for?
Eric something Taylor.
Intellectual.
Well, okay, it's my real middle name, but I don't want to really say it in here.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, EIT. That would be my nickname if I ever chose.
Kind of sounds
stop.
like ET.
No, it doesn't. I can see where you're coming from. It doesn't. No.
No, EIT.
It's no book called that, isn't there?
I
was doing in history. I was researching this guy called Malcolm X, like today.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't he like a big proponent of Islam as well?
Yeah, he convert. I think while he was in jail or something. This is what I remember. I think he converted to Islam while he was in jail or something like that.
It's an interesting story.
Yeah. I don't really know much about Malcolm X. I can't really talk to him that much, but I know he did. I know he did convert to Islam, though.
Yeah.
While he was in jail. I think that's all I know. I could be wrong.
I feel like a lot of people convert to Islam when they're in jail or like when they're at the lowest point.
Honestly,
I could be wrong.
Honestly, yeah, you're right.
Now that you think about it, yeah. I suppose you could say that about any bloody religion at this point, couldn't you?
True. Look, I feel like people who don't subscribe to religion, they find religion because they're at the lowest point in their life, and it helps them.
True.
You see, religion does help some. I feel like there are some people out there who do need religion in order to stay sane.
The same thing with that's the same logic I apply to people needing a job to keep themselves to give them something to do.
Right.
As much as they fucking hate, as much as people say I hate my job, I hate what I do. Without it, you'd be a depressed cynic. You'd not be a depressed person with no fucking purpose. Some people just need something to give them a reason to get up in the morning.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was low key kind of.
Okay.
I was low key kind of slacking by like. No, actually, not even low key. I'm kind of low key slacking because I wake up early, then I fall back asleep. Because like, bro, it's like I don't have anything to do.
That's what I think. That's why I think like working. As much as people hate work, having a job, it gives them purpose.
Right.
That's the thing I'm concerned about, Eric. Once literally AI takes away every single freaking job, there's going to be loads of people without no purpose. You see it. You see it in old people once they retire, and your old grandparents and that, and relatives once they retire, they become a former shell of their former selves. I saw it with I saw it with my own parents. Like
Yeah,
when they were made out of a job, I could see it in their eyes. They became a former shell of their own self.
Yeah, it's like, look,
I've seen it firsthand.
Working gives a lot of people purpose. I'm not gonna lie, arguably, I don't want to work, but I don't like working either, but it does give me something to do. It gives me purpose. So like, I have a podcast to do, but like that's about it. I need to be doing something.
Yeah.
Other than just laying around
You're
doing
like me.
nothing.
You need to be doing something. Without something, you feel like you're lost. You have no purpose.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, whether if it's just me going to work or going to school, I need to be doing something. I need to have a reason to wake up early. Right now, I wake up early. I don't have a reason to. I just do it because that's how I was.
That is good. Keep that mentality.
Yeah, I just do it. I mean, like, what I do, I try to like read some of my like Bible in the morning and do some push-ups. That's about it.
I can't lie. For the past couple of months, I need to get on this, but I've been just staying up late, and I haven't been going to bed until about like 2-3 in the morning. And I really need to change that. But
I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying to cut that out because it's like, bro, I hate waking up late. I
need to stop doing that. That's what I need to do. But
personally, if I'm being honest with you, I like waking up really early before everyone else. I don't know. It's just
but just getting old. But like, and just but basically for a year of like literally having no reason to get up early, fucked me to the point that. But I need to get back on the grind and get like freaking waking up in the morning. And you're right. I could be waking up in the morning. I could be listening to the Quran, and I could literally be doing push-ups in the morning. I really could. I probably should start doing that.
I try to be consistent I try to be as consistent as possible when it comes to the push-ups.
I definitely believe the podcast has given me given me purpose, and I do think that I will need to I probably think it would be best for me to continue doing the podcast eventually.
Like you said, like doing podcasting gave you a purpose.
It gave me a reason to stop playing video games as much. It allowed me to basically. That's one of the reasons why I'm glad that we started doing the podcast regularly, because it allowed me to. It gave me something to do instead of having to play video games as soon as I got done, and it also made me feel like I was doing more, which I like. Yeah. Like to have a conversation, and I will continue to do them.
I think for most men, we need purpose.
We do need purpose.
Yeah, and it's like we can't just. Some of us are, but most of us aren't really designed to just not do anything.
I don't feel like I'm designed. That's why.
Yeah. But anything else?
Anything you want to say, Jamie?
Well, long ago, I've been to this place and saw this show, and it was pretty good, really.
What place? What show?
It was my college. It was a production directed by one of the teachers that I was part of his show in the past, and it looked really good as always.
Cool.
And yeah.
I think this is an interesting episode. The fact it's dealing with religion, talking about different types of religion. about the fact that people need a purpose to live, and I
Yeah.
think it's going to be a good
I
episode.
yeah yeah. I think this was a
One,
pretty good episode. I think it was very beneficial. We talked about
I
religion. We talked about
think we
Islam.
talked
We talked about Christianity.
about religion, two different forms of religion. We dived a bit into the other Christianity. We dived into Islam. We dived into talked a bit about Judaism in some aspects, and
I think
basically talked about how it needs to be in every I think religion in some form needs to be taught in schools. It needs to be taught to the. I think people. I honest. If I'm being honest, Eric, I think we probably should bring back Sunday. I think a lot of people should be going to Sunday school or people going on a Sunday. Kids should be going to Sunday school, going to religion, and basically attending services. I think that is a beneficial thing, and I think it benefits all.
I
It's a
I
shame
I think
I never
I
did
think
it.
so
I
too.
can't now. The fact that I left school now makes me realize how much I appreciated. I should have appreciated more going to those ceremonies, enjoying that stuff. And I remember only doing that mainly with school events and that. And that's the thing. My parents, my family, we were never really religious. Always felt like it was kind of like we didn't believe in anything. And I do believe that it's a shame that most families are losing that touch to religion, Christianity, Islam, Judaism. It's a shame that people are losing that. I think it's
Yeah,
very important.
yeah.
Maybe in their life.
Honestly, I think it's sad. I think it's sad too, and that's the reason why I went. I came back. I never officially
I don't
left,
think
but
we.
I wasn't consistent with I wasn't consistent with it. The reason why, I came back fully is because, I realized that, I need religion in a way, like to have
We
a
all
purpose.
in some
I
form.
need religion.
Whether it's literally just another way, we all need some reason to cope,
Like,
some way to cope with the
I
world we live in.
I don't think I don't and some people to an extent need a religion to be a decent human being. I'm gonna be honest.
I think everybody needs it. It gives people
Yeah,
balance. That why else do you think the Ten Commandments were created? They
true.
were created basic. I'm pretty sure they were created just to make sure to keep people in control and to keep people civilized.
Right.
Without them, we people lose all sense of morality. And
Exactly.
yeah,
You end up doing it, and you end up going on OnlyFans,
you end
getting
up on OnlyFans, you end up killing people. You end up having
yeah, and
the killing people's a bit extreme, but you get without human balance, you
yeah,
become a sludge.
and it results to that men get sadder. They end up doing things that they regret. And one thing that I realized is that you know as a man, you shouldn't. As a man, I don't think you should necessarily just uh okay. I'm gonna say this. It's okay to express. It's okay to be emotional, but as a man, I think you have to learn how to control your emotions, because one thing I've also learned is that an emotional man is a dangerous man. An emotional man can do way more damage than an emotional female.
You're right. An emotional man can do a lot more damage than emotional.
Because it's if you just act, because and I heard this from Andrew Tate, if you just teach men to act on impulse and act on how they feel, that's a dangerous man.
Yes, it creates killers. It creates
School shooters.
yes.
And it just we gotta. It sounds toxic, but to an extent,
We have to let
you gotta suck it up.
it's life. You're right.
It's life. You gotta suck it up and perform anyways. It's because a stoic man wouldn't hurt anybody no matter how he feels.
Because I do believe that literally family people. I think the honest truth is men should be willing to want to care for a person, care for
Sure.
her with respect, want her to live the best life. Basically, treat her like she's a freaking gods on earth. But again, the woman needs to be willing to care for the man, look after him, be his rock, be his jewel, be his prized possession. People will probably say that's maybe that, but you're treating her like an object.
Are we?
Not really, but
It,
a lot would.
a lot of women would say
Not
that.
an object, but she is one of your most prized possessions.
I mean, yeah, that you're willing to protect
In some
and provide
aspects,
for.
yeah, it's something you should want to protect a woman. You should want to take care of her. That's one thing I like about one thing I like about Middle East and the Middle East, West, those countries. There is no child support. There is none stuff like that. It's a man's duty to take care of his kid.
You know what?
The fact that you have to pay, the fact that there's men in the West that you have to pay, you have to take them to court to even fucking pay for their own kids. It's kind of disgusting if you think about it in that type of view. It's weird. You should want to take care of your freaking kid.
It is. You should.
Yeah. It's just my view.
I think this was all in all a great conversation. I think we should. I think instead of I think we should start adding more value, but like having like civilized conversations like this. I actually really liked this conversation.
I'm being honest with you. I'm kind of getting sick of like literally bringing all the conspiracy theory talk and all that stuff. I'm getting sick of it. If I'm being honest with you, I kind of want to just have chilled out conversations like this where we talk about things that like religion, philosophical stuff, or opposing viewpoints.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about that. You could talk about like that stuff every now and then, but like just not all the time.
I think we need to start doing conversations like this. I think this is how we're going to reach more people.
Yeah.
As much as I think having the conversations about civility, governments, and all that stuff is interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
Like if we go down that route, we might have people coming at the FBI or certain things coming up our door eventually. But it might have some people, I think we should try and become more neutral, in my opinion, not be
biased, unless there's neutral thing.
Much as I believe Pete is in the same. We probably should be more neutral on that thing.
Yeah.
Both sides. Star?
Is that you or John May, Risk?
No, it's my flatmates. They're screaming like crazy,
Oh, okay. But
no, same old.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was it. You guys have anything else you guys want to say?
This is some advice to men and women.
Okay.
Well, mainly to men. You're only valuable as the next quarter. As a man, you're expected to perform. You're expected to succeed. And a woman, you're just expected to just be you, normal.
Well, I mean,
yeah. To an extent, yes.
To an extent.
To an extent.
I mean, like, if you have any bad habits, you should fix that.
Or like, if you keep on like,
because
certain point of views of what certain women, they kick them out of the box. They kick themselves out of the freaking in the race of freaking getting a man straight out the window with some of the shit they say. I suppose we could say that about men as well.
I think we're equally. I think we should.
I think we're equally flawed as human.
No, I mean, like, we should equally perform. It's like, it's.
Perform. Generation. Concern for this generation, the fact that none of these men want to talk to any of these women. It's concerning.
It is.
I feel like we're the generation that texts people off through a phone. I feel concerned for some of the generation beforehand. You can talk to them. Now I'm concerned. Kids these days, they're only going to be texting people through a phone. We're not even going to be able to communicate with the opposite sex. Anything you want to say, Jamie, or is that?
Well, besides all the that's pretty much it, really.
Okay, I think we'll end this here. It's been.
And until next time, stay opinionated.